okay, what was your thoughts? Like I just told you, I didn't think the episode they could have cut
It
it to like 30 minutes.
the episode didn't. I didn't like. I think a lot of my opinions changed on the people in the this episode.
How many people? Because I definitely had an opinion change on one. Because one got extremely annoying to me.
Are you talking
When
about T?
yes, oh my
Yeah,
god,
okay. It was I thought I was the only one. I was kind of annoyed by her, and I wanted to like her, but now, oh,
she became too much. Oh,
what
you
is
just
going
froze.
on?
Actually, you froze on me. Okay, you back. Yeah, she became annoying to me. Like she got like super duper like you can tell she's doing too much. But I'm ready to see what you about to say. Can you hear me?
I was plugging my thing in.
Okay. But yeah, we'll get into it. All right, so let's get back. So we start back from the end, which I'm glad they replayed it and actually showed the whole fight in its entirety with Tesehki and Marsh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know because you look like you busy, but Tasiki was popping her good, like popping her good, clocking her, face shots all over the place, pulled her, slammed on the ground, was popping her in the head. She's kicking and stuff, and you could tell she was trying to like swing, trying to grab something because you could tell she's not used to this type of fighting. Somebody in the comments said that she was on Blue Girls Club or whatever.
Yeah,
I
she
don't remember.
was. If you remember the beach scene where they all was fighting, she was on. I think she was on South Central too.
In the
If you
first
go back
season,
and watch where Chrisean was fighting with the trans woman on there, she's on the beach with them.
this is on Blue Girls Club or the South Central Baddies.
I think it's Blue. It's on one of them. They was low budget camera. That's all I remember.
Really? Well, I gotta go
Yes.
back and rewatch because I don't remember Marsh on season one, but they was trying to say that she can fight. And I'm like, this proved that she can't fight. This proved it to me because
I
she can
think she
fight.
might be able to fight, but you can't fight her.
She can't fight. That square up told me everything I needed to know. You cannot fight if that's how you squaring up. And then she had every opportunity to throw her because you could tell Tasiki was allowing these girls to get one shot in on her first before she really started getting to work. And she swung and she might have like it looked like she might have connected one, but she didn't really do anything. Tasiki was at a disadvantage too because she's fighting backwards. She's not coming
Well,
at you. She's letting you
but
come at her, but she's still hooking you. So
I'm gonna just say that Baby Grinch and the Gremlin got their ass whooped.
Baby
They
Grinch.
got their ass whooped, huh?
Who's that? Who's Baby Grinch and the Gremlin?
Baby Grinch is Marsh because she looked like the Grinch when he was a
Oh,
baby, and
yeah.
then the Gremlin is what's her name? Jada,
Janet.
like
Yeah,
Jaden, Janet,
Janet got
whatever.
popped.
That's the Gremlin. The Chris Shines and the Chris Ets because they asses came up there like they motherfucking Gladys Knights and the Pimps, and they
I
was
was
coming together as a group. And even Sky said something about. She said, "Are they on the payroll?"
yeah, right. We're gonna get to
She said,
that.
"Are they on the payroll?" Because I want to
That's what
know
I'm
because
saying.
they was going insane, and the fact that you knew that your sister was about to fuck them up, and like,
Just
granted, I knew Tasiki was gonna win, but I didn't know she was gonna win like that.
me either.
Like
Even
she had
though
knots and was bleeding. She said she want.
let's
Oh,
talk about that. She had like at least a pint of blood on her face. Like she in the nights, and Tasiki didn't have not one ring on her finger. That was pure fist.
that's crazy. And she said, Baby Grinch was like, I want to go home.
She sure did. She said, I didn't know. She said, y'all got this girl just punching me in my face. I'm like, that's how I know she ain't ever been in a fight before. Cause she's probably used to girls grabbing hair and being able to like bash somebody's head, but she ain't used to taking face shots. That's how you know Tasiki really gets down like that out there. But we're gonna go past that. Let's talk about Janet. Tasiki finished her and immediately went looking for Janet. Like, where you at? I'm ready for you next. So then she started go ahead and square up, pretty much doing the same thing she did with Marsh, giving her the opportunity to square up. That square up was weak. Janet started talking in Spanish, and Tasiki's like, bitch, come on, like do something. You can't fight. And Tesehki didn't even get an opportunity to really swing on her the way she really wanted to because Mariah Lynn handled it for her. Mariah Lynn
Mariah,
said,
you
"Give me
heard
the number
Mariah's
one hit."
punch. It was
Cold. She took her off her feet. That's how you know it was cold. And Tasika didn't have to do much because security jumped up and got her because Mariah knocked her ass out, knocked her clean on her ass.
mm-hmm.
She didn't know what else to
That
do from
was
there.
yeah. But
Mariah
then
did her thing.
Chrisean got mad and was like, Mariah, what you doing jumping in it?
You
I
got
was
your sister
confused by that.
jumped, and I told your sister I'm gonna help you get yours with these two girls. And I agree with Mariah. Mariah said the same thing. She said, what did she say? She said, I told Tasiki that she said that she was telling her like because they got one in on you, the one that did, because Tasiki said that last week, saying that when she was getting Marsh, Janet was on the back of her, hitting her in the back of the head. So she's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So you was the one that was essentially the one jumping. Like Marsh essentially was getting a one-on-one with Tasiki while you was jumping. You was the one connecting off when she's not paying attention to you. So guess what? I'm gonna make sure I hit you when you're not waiting for it. And that's what Mariah did.
And
And guess what? It was tit for tat.
I feel like she was valid in that.
Yeah.
A lot of people may say otherwise that Mariah should have minded her business, but they saying it's a
Janet should
sister
have minded
sister
hers.
thing. It became an everybody thing once Krishan got her friends involved. So now
Exactly.
Tasiki can get her friends involved. You think
Exactly.
she ain't had no friends in the house, but she obviously do. So I don't understand Krishan getting mad because now you being a hypocrite. Because one moment you saying, "Oh, I got people riding for me that's go fight for me," but then when Mariah jump in for Tasiki, although Tasiki didn't need help, but Mariah was just
Didn't.
like, "No, bitch, it's on principle. I'm gonna hit you." Now
Right.
Krishan talking about, oh, stay out of our business. You don't know what's going on. You a hypocrite.
Them bitches didn't know what was going on with y'all either. The
Like
only
it's a
reason why she
you
knew,
being a hypocrite.
yeah, and it's like the only exactly. And that Krishan, I'm telling you, last week you knew I was already on this like I ain't gonna call it a Krishan hate train, but it's like she's a loser. Like she looked like a whole loser this whole episode again. And it's like what you just said, like she didn't know anything, but guess what? You made it a point to where she now does need to know because at this point, Jenna and Marsh didn't know what was going on between you and Tasiki until you told them, and they took it upon themselves to go in there and jump in your beef. So guess what? Tasiki has that right to do the same thing. She took it upon herself to let Mariah Lynn know what you just did, set her up. So guess what? She can do it too. And that's the thing too. I saw something in somebody's comment saying like, "You gonna jump somebody back because they jumped you?" Yeah,
Yeah.
all bets are
Yeah.
off. You do that, I'm gonna jump you back.
I'm gonna
So
jump you back. Like you
you can
bold enough to
irritate
jump
that.
me. You bold enough to get jumped.
Exactly, exactly. But we finished that. Krishan's still sitting there trying to tell her to like mind her business. Tasiki telling her to shut the fuck up. They going back and forth. Krishan talking about what she say? Some saying some shit like she's gonna try and beat her ass or whatever.
I'm
And then she
putting
kept
you
saying this.
on. I'm putting you on. I'm putting you on.
That's the stuff that was irritating me because she said it to everybody. It's like that's Krishan's whole thing is clout, clout, clout. Yes, you do have some clout, but I'm gonna give Natalie her props because Natalie has essentially built this Baddies brand to do what she wanted it to do, which is it's not Bad Girls Club, but it's got a nice impact on today's reality TV culture. Like y'all got they got these rap girls out here watching and talking about this show and doing like TikToks with their audio and like people are talking about this show in ways that I never thought they would. And that's in large part due to Natalie. Yes, you're a part of the show, but you're not the only part of the show. You're not the only reason why people watch. Like, contrary to popular belief, you're not. And you don't even be on
Especially
the
not this
show.
season. Like, girl, you pregnant. You should have been at home with your feet propped up.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly that. And then her saying, like, you only on here because I got you on here. Maybe that could be true. But guess what? We seeing more and more every single episode Tasiki, and I've seen it too because I just started following Tasiki. Like I want to say when the first episode dropped, and she had like maybe 200,000 followers on Instagram. That chick is almost at like 700,000 now. That's not because of you, Krishan. That's because of her.
And a
That's
lot of
because of
people
her.
like a lot of people are liking her. They liking what they seen on these first couple episodes.
And she's talented too. Like we saw a
Yeah.
little glimpse of it. Like she's got
Hmm.
some musical talent. And then she's the difference between you and her yeah, people are wanting to see what she's about because she is your sister. Like we want to see, like, because you crazy. We want to see how the rest of your family is. And like I said, I had a sour taste in my mouth watching Tesehki on the show that they did with Chrisean
Crazy in Love.
because of the way she was like super hyped up. But I'm happy we got to see her on this show so you can really see how she really is. And you can see in the
Mm-hmm.
moment she was that hyped up because she was pissed off because Chrisean was allowing this mess to keep happening in her life. And you can see here now, Tesehki, even though she cussing her out and stuff, you can tell it's coming from a good place. She's the one that's trying her best to kind of like get Chrisean to walk the straight and narrow path. Chrisean is just pissed off because she's not doing what she thought she was going to do, which was come on this show and be her lapdog. Like, and that's why I like Tesehki. She got her own mind. You can be my sister, but
You
just
not on
because
the
you tell me to jump,
payroll.
I'm not going to jump.
She not
Exactly.
on the payroll with the Chrisettes.
And even if I was on the payroll, I'm not jumping just because you tell me to jump.
If I'm
Like,
on the payroll,
you wouldn't. Well, you might do it because you like to fight.
I'm just
You
playing.
like to
I would
fight.
not. I would not be on the payroll as a Chris said. I would not. You would not be. I would not be getting knotted up and my ass beat for a
Okay,
payroll.
let's talk about that
This is not
later.
the UFC, bitch. This is not the UFC. I
Did
would
you
not.
see? Did you see that scene when Marsh was sitting there, like on the
Man, she
bench?
said, "Get the camera away."
I was so weak because they had the camera on her for a minute.
No, because girl, at this point, once you got your ass beat, I would have left. I would have went in the car. I would have hit my face. Like nobody is seeing my face. Like I would have been like, throw a blanket over me, baby.
Boy, that shit had me
Throw a blanket
weak.
over me. I just caught the Holy Ghost. Throw it over me, bitch, and hide my face. Nobody's about to see my face. Like, and I would not do another fucking interview either. Talking about I want to
No,
go home.
we know you do. You thought you was gonna
Like,
come on the
girl, I
show.
want to go home. I want to go home after that ass whooping too.
She got
But you
embarrassed
know
on
what
TV.
else? Praise Jesus. Jesus loves y'all.
And and they piss and that's the thing too. They pissed me off with how they was treating Vicky. But since you just said that, we're gonna get into it because Janet was sitting there the whole time with Chrisean and Tesehki going back and forth. She was sitting there looking scared the whole time, just looking scared. But the
Mm-hmm.
minute Vicky start piping up, Chrisean starts getting irritated, saying that oh she doing this for cloud, oh she doing this for cloud. And I'm gonna get on what I really think about what she's saying about the cloud stuff with
No,
Jesus.
hold on. Because why the fuck was Vicky standing up on that, standing up on the thing talking about Jesus love y'all?
You could tell in the moment she did seem like she was trying to be funny. But regardless, like Chrisean was so bent and pressed about it. And then she ended up telling Janet she want this cloud so bad, go give it to her. Go get her. Why did Janet not even take 2 seconds and she start running? Like how embarrassing are you? Like you on TV and a girl tell you to jump and you jump.
She said
Like you
sick
are
'em. She
literally
let her
a
off the
dog.
leash. She let Janet off the leash, and Janet went running. Did you see Vicky face? She said,
She got her a couple times. She got her a couple times when I was sitting there watching it with my sister, and I said, "Vicky, don't you just sit here and let this girl hit you?" And you saw Vicky try to
Vicky was
swing
throwing
back,
back. Vicky was
and I
throwing
was
it back.
like, "Yes."
But I'm sorry, the best part of this like whole like was
Sky,
Sky's commentary. Like Sky is fucking hilarious.
she's
Like I
hilarious.
love Sky, but like this is making me like love her more.
Even more, like that's the thing. She's the comedic relief. She's what T
He thought
turned
she
into
would
be.
be. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
Sky don't even have to do it, and she's just naturally funny. T is
She said,
screaming
"Whoa,
her
Vicky got her ass beat for Christ, for the blood."
And then Bo Vicky even brought it, and she even said that too. She's like, "Look, I'm okay with taking a beating for Christ." She said it. But back to the cloud stuff, because Sean's talking about like she's trying to do this for cloud, like the whole Jesus stuff for cloud. And I'm like, because Vicky said, what did she say? Vicky said, because yeah, because Krishan said that. Vicky was saying like, her homeboy wanted to pray for Krishan. Krishan got so like that's why I don't fool with you. And it's like you have been notorious on this show because remember her first season on the Baddies South, she was praying a lot. She was talking about how like she was a woman of God. Da da da. Somebody saying they want to pray for you should not get you that mad. Somebody somebody saying they want to pray for you should not get you irritated. But
But
I
I think
guess
it was
in the
in the
moment,
moment.
yeah, I guess in the moment because she don't like Vicky to begin with, It just gave her
Yeah.
another reason to not like her. But it's like, what is your point in doing that? But Megan, did you watch? Do you watch Megan's Megan James? You know she be reviewing the show.
Yeah.
I don't
Hmm.
watch it in full, but I saw a clip on TikTok where she was talking about it, saying like how Chrisean be trying to act like because she's pregnant, she's not able to get touched. And Megan said the same stuff that we said, like your face is not pregnant. She said
Your
if
face
you
ain't
was to throw
pregnant.
something at me, I'm hitting you.
Like you can't put yourself in a predicament where somebody is able to hit you. Like, don't it's wrong to hit a pregnant woman. At the end of the day, it is. But also it's wrong for a pregnant woman to put herself in a situation where somebody could retaliate against her because of her actions.
Yep.
So it's you at fault too. Just because you're pregnant don't mean that you go get a slide. Like if you throwing stuff at people, making threats, thinking you big dog or whatever, and motherfuckers gotta listen to you and you wanna tussle and fight, you can get hit too, Krishan.
Exactly.
You can
Exactly.
get hit too. You should be at home.
And that's what she was saying too when Mariah was jumping in. Taseki's not pregnant either. She's not pregnant. She don't need nobody fighting for her. That don't mean nothing. Like any normal person that's pregnant is not gonna put themselves in a situation where they could possibly end up in a fight.
Yeah.
Like that's stupid. But yeah. So she told her to go slap her. She ended up slapping her. All that stuff happened. Um, poor Vicky though. She was scarred up. Face was
She was
red.
scarred up, but she was in Krishan up in that argument. Krishan up in
She
that
sure
argument.
was.
She said, God bless you.
God bless.
God bless you.
That's
I
the
said, oh,
best way.
I said, and then Krishan said she want to get smacked again.
Yeah, because you mad, because she couldn't say nothing back, and that's the thing too. Because you could tell she was mad too. Because I guess in a way she probably thought Vicky probably would have broke down or whatever after getting beat up. But Vicky took it. She took it, and
She took
that's the
it
part.
like,
That's the part that pissed me off with T because T got mad because she said this is fun. What did you want to do? Sit there and start crying?
yeah.
Like I'd have been
I don't
laughing
know.
too.
T, yeah, T threw me off. T threw me off.
She was
We'll
getting a
get into
whole.
her.
Yeah, we'll get into her. But let's see what else. And then Camila and Sky being the Camila's a mother. Sky's not. Is Sky a mother? I don't know. Does Sky have a kid? I don't think so. But they went over there. They was helping her and stuff, giving her ice, telling her to put that on her face and put it on her lip, and just pretty much telling her like, we understand what you're doing. We understand what your purpose for being on the show is. You want to spread the word of God, which is great. That's what you should do. But you're on a show where these girls is more entranced with fighting. This is not the right time to say it because they don't want to hear it. And if you do say it with these type of girls, you're likely gonna end up getting hit. But she's still like standing firm on it. Like Vicky's standing firm in her face. She's still talking about it. And you could tell T was getting annoyed, which later on she's gonna start talking about how she was in a Christian cult or whatever. And I'm like, why are you getting annoyed about her talking about her faith? Like if you were so in your Christian bag and in your faith, you shouldn't be upset about that. You shouldn't. But T, she looked like a fool, man. She looked like a whole fool this episode, and she was screaming in her confessionals, trying to be funny, and it was not funny at all. Nothing she was saying today was hitting for me. Like normally, sometimes she was funny to me, but what she was saying in them confessionals today was not hitting.
Yeah. Very disappointing.
Well, we'll finish that. No, actually, I had to say one more thing that Vicky said. She was talking about how Krishan sees, talking about how Krishan's a woman of God and stuff. How
Hmm.
Krishan always talks about that. But she got all them demons and the devil inside of her because whenever she decides she wants to attack her, it's like she can see that she's a woman of God, but she got all them demons inside her. So is she really a woman of God? And I'm like, yeah, you're right, because she's talking about the cloud. Are you the one that's using God for cloud? Krishan is saying a lot of stuff that I think could apply to her. Like saying so and so is doing this for cloud. You the one that's doing all this stuff for cloud. I feel like her with the whole Blueface stuff, that's for cloud. Ain't nobody that stupid that they're gonna continue to keep putting themselves in that situation unless they're trying to get something out of it. And she knows the media eats it up. Everybody on social media eats it up, and that's clout for her. That's bringing more money to her because people are watching her. Like people watched her give birth on live, and you know she got paid for that. You know she
Yeah,
definitely got
she
paid for
probably
that.
did get paid for that. But no, I do agree that Krishan is the type to pop off quickly. Like even Vicky said, like she'll see a fly and want to fight the fly, and
Yeah.
that's true. Like Chrisean is not really good at talking stuff out and like having a conversation. And even while you're pregnant, you could barely have a conversation now when you can't fight. So like Vicky was
Mm-hmm.
right when she hit the nail on the head when she said like you just fight at anything because that's all you know how to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's immature. Like that, she's
Very.
really showing her age, and I think she might. Her and Vicky might be the same age.
Vic,
Vicky's got a lot more maturity than she do. Because Vicky, I would, and then that's the thing too. They talk about her persona, how she was back in the day. Yes, she wasn't so pro faith, like, but she wasn't that crazy. Like, she might have been saying stuff that she shouldn't have been saying, but like, other than that, like, what are y'all talking about? And that's my thing too. If y'all really had such an issue with her, and it's about this stuff, then just say that. Like, don't just be sitting here trying to come at her because she's not supposed to be there, or she don't. It's obvious that she does not fit the show. It's obvious.
he definitely don't.
So it's like, why are y'all trying to pick on her? And what's the point? Like, y'all look stupid. That's why I respect Tesehki, because she did not want to pick on this girl. She did not want to fight this girl because she knows
Hmm.
it's pointless. Like, what am I gonna
Also,
gain
her
from
and
it?
Sky was having a deep conversation. The warrior of Jesus and Sky was having a
Yeah,
deep conversation.
yeah, yeah. They was, and Sky was saying real stuff, and that's you could tell Sky's, like I said, she's matured a lot since Black Ink. Because old
Hmm.
Sky was crazy, but I like Sky on the show. I've liked her on Black Ink, but I really like her here too.
Yeah.
All right, Vicky, and then Vicky ended up saying that she wanted to come out here to spread the word of God, and she realized she can't do that, so she gone. She ain't come back. Which I ain't mad at. Go on and leave because it was a long time coming. You should have been gone because you don't want to keep dealing with that. But the next scene we get Natalie, Scotty, T, and Mariah. They on the sprinter going to their appearance in Baltimore. Scotty's sitting there talking about Janet Square Up, which was a sorry Square Up. But I'm like, you don't want to be talking because you can't fight either. So, so it's like somebody laughing at somebody who can't fight, but you can't fight too. But what else happened? Tesehki, she was saying, Scotty was talking about how, well, no, she wasn't. Mariah was saying how, what we was just talking about how she wasn't gonna let Tesehki get jumped, and the girl that jumped her was gonna end up getting jumped back, and that's exactly what happened.
It
But
is.
the other
Mariah stood on
crew,
her word. One thing about her, she gonna stand on her word. She might can't rock them hips, but she gonna stand on her word.
she did it again. She did it
She can't rock them hips,
again.
but she gonna stand on that word. Don't play with her.
And she gonna fight too. That's the thing about her. It don't matter. It don't matter win, lose, or draw. She gonna get in there and do what she got to do, regardless if she win or not. She gonna fight, and she always been that way. So I respect it. But on the other crew, we got the good crew with Anna, Camila, Saya, Sky, and Smiley. She's just by association. Because did you see that video of her eating raw chicken on?
She she is a head case.
I can't. I ain't got no words for that. That's some weird stuff.
She's insane. She's insane.
That's some weird stuff. But it's Anna's birthday. They go back to talking about how Scotty's talking about how Vicky was just praying for them and saying she wanted to pray for them. She said she felt bad for her because she was saying that they all needed Jesus and whatever. And she's like, yeah, you can clearly see a lot of these girls do need Jesus. No lie about that. But T started going off. And she going off saying Vicky was saying shit for clout. She got beat up and then she said it was fun. And then she starts going off on Scotty, telling Scotty to shut the fuck up because Scotty kept telling her to calm down because she was screaming. And you know it's bad when you got me on Scotty's side in this type of situation. Like I could even be mad
Okay,
at Scotty
okay,
for
but
the
look,
shit that
look,
she
look.
does.
Riddle me this. Hold on. Let's wait for it to load back in.
Oh, you loaded on my end.
Okay, okay. Riddle me this. You are speaking about something and you obviously seem very irritated about it.
Yeah.
And you giving your opinion. Now you might be raising your voice and yelling, but you're not yelling at the people around you. You yelling about the
Yeah.
situation. And then
Yeah.
somebody in the midst of you expressing yourself, somebody tell you calm down. And it's like, bitch, I'm in the middle of expressing myself or whatever. Why are you telling me to fucking calm down? Now it's da da da
Yeah.
da. Although Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what do you think about it from that perspective?
Yeah, I see what you're saying because I've been in those situations. Like when I get riled up and I'm hot and passionate about it. Like she said, when I'm passionate about it, I'm gonna scream and I'm gonna say what I want to say. I understand it, but in that moment, what she was talking about, it didn't
You
require
should have been
me.
passionate about it. Look, I can't defend it because I was just like, girl, like, why are you passionate about this? Was you and Woe Vicky this
It
goddamn close or something?
was not
Like,
that
was
deep.
you disappointed in your sister of Christ?
It was
Like,
not
what?
that deep.
Like, what is going? I was confused as to why she was so pumped up and
Yeah.
irritated. It had to, I'm like, it had to be something else that she was irritated about because you can't be this irritated about Woe Vicky and her Christ.
You know what I think? In my mind, I think she's mad because she knew Wo Vicky was gonna leave, and essentially, Wo Vicky was the weakest girl on the show, and I think she might be scared that that target is gonna move to her.
Well, we know we
Now,
do.
yeah, we do.
And I'm not gonna
But I
say
got
they valid for beating her up 3 back to
she's
back, but
annoying though.
I'm gonna just have to see it. I'm gonna have to see it. But
I'm gonna have to see it
I'm
too.
seeing some early signs of
Why
reasons of
people do it?
why she got
Yeah,
into so many fights
I
because
agree.
she was very annoying and
It's becoming a lot.
her voice. I feel like a lot of people once you do something wrong, they ain't gonna like you, the fans.
Yeah,
And her voice
yeah,
was already annoying, so they was gonna definitely
yeah.
just hop on her case. But she had one bad episode.
She did.
I'm gonna let her marinate. I'm gonna let her
She.
marinate. I let Scotty marinate for a whole season, so I could let her marinate for 2 episodes.
I didn't let her marinate for a
I let
season.
Scotty marinate for the whole Baddies
For two
South
episodes.
until
No.
I started disliking her. I
Yeah,
disliked
I'm gonna
her.
give it. I'm gonna give her another episode or two too because
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna give her another episode.
she's definitely gradually getting annoying. But I had
She's
to bring up
very annoying.
Scotty. Scotty in this confessional trying to be funny, writing psycho and spelling it wrong, completely wrong, thinking she was doing
Girl,
something.
you are not Aquila in the B.
But psycho, that's the word you spell wrong. A word that's
And
like with an
y'all
S
should
and an
have y'all
A.
phones, and production is wrong for that. They should have told her.
But then again, production probably don't. You know, production is Zeus,
They
Rain.
might
You
have
know, they
thought that
probably
she
don't know.
spelled it correctly.
Right.
They
They
said,
probably
"Yeah,
don't
girl,
know no
go ahead,
better.
spell it, be champ."
Just dumb. But we'll wrap that. Well, no. And then T was talking about how she was triggered, like I said, about her being raised in a cult Christian group and people being fake using Christianity. And it's like, how do you know certain people are being fake about it? But whatever, she feels that way. And then she starts talking about how she hurt people for real. Like she, and this is where I'm talking about where I feel like she might be scared because it's like to me, I feel like she's trying to put this persona on now.
I
Like
thought
she
she was
was hurting
talking
people
about that
before.
she don't fight, but she shoot.
That's what she was saying.
That's what I was getting at. Like,
Talk about how she hurt people. So she, in a way, trying to let them know, look, don't fuck with me because I'm crazy. I don't square up and I don't fight. I shoot. Oh, let me not say this. We on YouTube. Well, I can say it because we about 10 minutes in. I shoot and I stab. So that's the type of energy she was giving, which I think she's trying to do that to kind of scare them off of her. Like, don't try and touch
yeah,
me.
like I was like, hold on. Where the fuck is the funny tea? Where's the baddie shot o'clock tea? This is not the same tea.
I saw somebody on Twitter say that she was acting like Razor.
No, okay, Razor was worse. Now, don't
But
Razor
Razor, you can tell Razor
and
actually
Razor kind of
comes
had
from
a
that type of life.
Razor definitely had more of a reason, but
You could tell Razor has actually been a part of that life. Like she went to jail. She went to jail, and what she went to jail for proves that she is actually about that type of time. T, I don't see her. I don't even see her lasting in prison. But she giving off the energy, and I feel like it's a defense mechanism for sure. But we'll go on to the next scene. They end up getting to the club. We can fly through this. Chrisean got there separately with Janet.
I
Our
saw your tweet
security.
about this.
What? What I say?
Chrisean performing.
Yeah, man, I'm so sick of that song, dude.
It's
Like
a vibe all the time.
tired
Yeah.
of it. But she did that. Natalie was shouting out Anna and DJ Sky because they got the same birthday apparently. Tesehki performed. Saya performed. Saya, she got some music.
She
I liked
do.
her performance.
She do.
Um, she performed. Who else performed? T got a
Everybody on the
line.
cast performed.
Yeah, T got on the mic. I don't know what she was doing. Mariah got on there to shake them hips.
Them his be tick, tick, tick.
Them- and then Natalie then was talking about Biggie coming back. So then she reintroduced Biggie to the crowd. Biggie got up there with her blunt high up in the air. And
Big
then
deal.
Anna got on the mic. And this another reason, this is another thing that pissed me off with T. And even Scotty too. But Anna can sing. I
She
know she
can.
wasn't singing on well, the music that was playing, you could tell it was her actual track. It wasn't her live. You could tell it wasn't live. But her music is good and she can really sing. But you got Scotty in the confessionals hate talking about she turned the vibe down, which I'm pretty sure they kind of did kind of go from being turned to like maybe like because her music was not turned music. Take that up with Natalie. Like Natalie wanted her to sing, so she sang what she sang. Scotty was hating talking about how she turned the vibe down or whatever. And she was saying, and in my mind, it's like you mad because she actually got talent and you don't. You don't want to talk about you an athlete, but we don't know what kind of sport you play. She's been talking about how she an athlete so much, but what sport did you play if you really an athlete? But yeah, that was pretty much it from that. They had a twerk contest, and then that was pretty much it from the club. Then they stuck this disclaimer in saying that Natalie got a text from Vicky on the way home saying that pretty much she's done. And apparently Vicky was not responding to any of the rest of the girls' text messages. And why was she? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
blame her. So, especially if she don't want to be back. I don't want you texting me trying to get me back if I don't want to come back. Like, why am I gonna talk to
And
you?
most of y'all didn't even want me there.
Yeah. Almost all of them didn't want her there, besides the two that actually was there trying to help her out, which is Sky and Camila. But and everybody knew that she didn't want to be there. And it's like at that point, why would you even text me when you knew I've heard y'all say out of y'all's mouths that y'all know I shouldn't even be here because it's no point for me being here. But what else? They ended up recapping the fight the next day. You got Natalie, Scotty, Rolly, and T and Mariah Lynn. And they
She was being
recapping it
annoying
because
as fuck.
Rolly, yeah, when she was doing the animation stuff, when she was reacting it, I was just like, what do you what's the point? Like, what's the point in doing all that?
Yeah.
You could have just
She
told
was
them,
very
look,
annoying.
Tesehki went to work on them. They tried to do something, but they couldn't do nothing. Like she was just doing too much. And that's what I was saying. She's like, it just gradually got more and more annoying the more she was on the screen. But the next thing we got was Camila and Sky. They were recapping it. They get Anna, Tesehki came in, Saya, and Smiley. They all in the room talking about they're excited about going to the next city. They leave the house. Apparently, the house was nice, according to Tesehki on the inside. We didn't get to see the rest of it, but what I saw did not look nice. But okay. But they headed to Philly next, and they get on the Sprinter. They eating on the bus, and this part made me laugh because Camila said that shit was like jail food. They was eating
Literally
out of cups because Smiley done made them food. What
made
was
a
the food?
jambalaya rice.
Was that what that was?
Yeah, it was jambalaya rice, I think.
I
That's
was
what she
looking, trying to
said.
figure it out.
She said it in her confessional.
I was not
She
listening, so I
said
didn't
the
hear it.
kitchen was her favorite part and she cooked them some food.
Her eating that raw chicken, I would have never eaten anything that she made.
Please. Well, they didn't know she just recently ate the raw
That
chicken.
is
They didn't
true.
know.
That is true. But they start talking about stuff, just random stuff. Smiley talking about how she misses her son. Taseki's missing her kids. Camila's missing her kids. You can tell this crew right here is like good vibes. Like they don't be trying to do the mess. You can tell the other crew is the mess. But the
Yeah.
last scene we got was Natalie, Rolly, and Scotty. They at the house that is their house, and they're welcoming the girls as they all get there so they can go to the next city. So Natalie,
This is where I didn't like this. I felt like this was a setup for
for
Animac.
sure, for
I
sure,
felt like this was a setup. It was definitely a setup, and Natalie was setting her the fuck up because why DJ Sky, you're not coming with the girls for the rest of the trip. Why are you
why are
here?
you here? Why
Yeah.
exactly? Talking about
Oh.
Natalie, talking about because Natalie said that she wanted them to hash their shit out before they got to Philly, and then she said DJ Sky had texted her something saying that she had to get some things off her chest. And it's like for like you just said, for what? You don't live with these girls, you're not in this house, so it's like for what? And she comes out and she didn't even do anything. That's the thing. You didn't even address anything when you got there. You waited for Scotty and Anna to start addressing their,
Addressing whatever they had.
which
And
was
then you
another
snuck
thing.
her. Literally, you see her. She didn't come out there to fight. She had on her slides in a whole one piece or whatever. She didn't come out there to fight. And her and Scotty just talking or whatever. And then
Yeah,
that's when you decide that you want to fight her or something. Like you didn't even
which was
say
so
what's up.
whack,
You didn't even say what's up, bitch. I have an issue with you
weak as
and
fuck.
let's fight. And you didn't do that. So
But let's talk about the Scotty stuff with Anna because she talking about like I just want to see what's up with Anna because you got all this mouth and you like to fight all the time, and it's just like Anna told you on the first episode after y'all fought 4 times. I don't want to fight you no more because I ain't got nothing else to prove. Like I done beat your ass 4 times.
yeah.
You don't want to keep fighting me because you knew that you didn't do what you thought you was gonna do. So the real question should be, Scotty, what are you trying to do? Are you still
No,
trying to
and the
fight
real
me?
issue is that Scotty think that Anna is Scotty with Natalie and they could just fight and be friends after. Anna
Exactly.
said, bitch, you put your hands on me. We ain't friends, but there's no beef. Like we already done got
Yeah.
our issue out the way. So there's no need for us to fight no more, but there's also no
Yeah.
need for us to communicate in a
Be
friendly
friends.
way.
Yeah, we can be
Yeah.
cordial. We can get this money together, but we don't have to be in each other's
But
face
Scott that don't but you can't explain that to Scotty because she not used
because
to that. She used to getting beat up and then
in a
being back
domestic relation.
friends.
She in a domestic
Yes,
relationship.
she is.
But that's when Sky decides she wanted to run up, and that's the cliffhanger. And then what we saw from last for the sneak peek looked like Anna was tagging her up again too, because I saw her get a couple hits in when security was trying to break them up. So
Yeah.
Sky and we knew DJ Sky can't fight, so that was
Yeah,
not shocking
like
to
you got to
me.
sneak somebody in order to even do remotely
And
anything.
you
But
still do it.
that been irritating me. Like the sneaking, that shit's
Which
irritating.
is why Chrisean, when she get mad about the whole when Mariah jumped in, it's like Chrisean, most of your
That's what
fights
you
are
known
you
for.
sneaking people. Yeah, shut up. Like it's like even with the stuff with Lowe from last season. Granted, Lowe should have read nonverbal cues. Like this girl went from sitting back here to like being on the edge. I'd have been like, okay, why are you getting closer to me? We just need to stand up at this point, and then she ended up socking her. But T and Scotty get into it next week, which T did make me laugh in this scene because Scotty was like trying to like get up on her, and she's like, "Girl, what are you doing?"
She said, "You trying to hit me?"
She didn't look phased at all
She
either,
said,
which was
"You trying to
funny.
hit me?"
But Natalie ends up getting the lap dogs because she told them like some of them gonna go on the jet, some of them gonna go on the sprinter. She got her lap dogs with her, which is Scotty and Rolly and Mariah Lynn, and then the rest of the girls is on the sprinter bus. Krishan's still whining about Cloud. She still got them stupid
She
lap
look
dogs
cute
with her.
though.
She like Movie Bay. I don't know if you watch Movie Bay, but like Movie Bay said in her reviews, Rihanna got these girls thinking that it's cute to be out here with their belly out. Like, cover it up. Like that's she got that belly out all the time. Cover it up. But Krishan's a cute girl. Like she's a very pretty girl naturally. So she's gonna look pretty regardless, as long as she looks clean. Which I'm glad she's been looking clean the last couple of years because on Blue Girls Club she was looking rough. But they get to Philly and then Natalie talking about how they bring in a new replacement, which I'm assuming is this Scarface girl. Is that correct?
It looked like two people was walking in. It was either
It's probably
it was either.
Biggie and then
Well, I don't think did
Scarface.
Biggie come in till later.
I mean, Natalie introduced her this episode, so I would assume she would.
Okay,
Because
so
who would
it's
they
either
replace? So
Scarface.
it's,
When do Suki and when do
I guess,
Suki and
later
her friend
on.
come
I
in?
don't think she came early. I know that
I remember
Scarface
them
wasn't here
announcing
till
them
later.
all at the same time though.
I feel like Scarface was, I've seen her on the Zeus T page more frequently than those two. So I feel like those two came later on in the
Later.
season. I feel like
Mm.
she probably gonna be the one next. Which I'm interested in seeing what she's gonna bring because I don't know too much about her.
I want to know why her and T fought because I
Who?
just want to know.
Scarface?
Yeah, Scarface and T. They fight. They fight 3 times
Something tell me she gonna be trying to. Something tell me she
because
gonna be trying to do her
at the
big run she on
racetrack,
TV.
you remember the preview at the racetrack in the super trailer where she was like, I don't know, y'all
Yeah,
staring at me. She fought
yeah.
3 people that day. T fought Rolly, Scotty, and Scarface that day. back to
All
back.
bitches that don't need to be fighting this girl. Like this girl is not somebody. That's the thing. Like, but then
Like
again,
she might be annoying, but I'm gonna just
yeah, I was
wait to
gonna
see
say,
those episodes
yeah,
because fighting 3 back to back, like
that's all I'm saying.
Rolly
If,
fighting anybody. Like, girl, you are not the final boss.
speaking of Rolly, have you seen her trying to get at Onyx?
Yes, she thinks she is the final boss of Baddies, and you got to fight her in order to get your commission on Baddies.
She is proof of like overexposure. Like the more you see somebody, the more you realize they are whack. Like she's
Yeah.
letting all this get to her head. Like she was a lot more entertaining and likable when she was on One More Chance. Like that was
Mm-hmm.
when she was really likable.
When she
But
wasn't like really like trying, and
but
she was
I
just being
saw,
herself.
speaking of, because I've been seeing a couple tweets on Twitter now. But Tesehki and Chrisean, apparently they might get it up at the reunion, which that's what I'm ready to see. I'm
Chrisean
ready to
about
see
to get
that.
whooped.
She about to get beat. Because I was telling my sister that because now Chrisean can fight, but you can tell there's two different levels to Chrisean and Tesehki.
Yeah.
Chrisean fights with one hand. I ain't never seen her use the left one. Tesehki, as we saw tonight, she boxes. She got both hands on lock. So if they do get the bumping, I'm ready to see that because I already know Chrisean gonna get whooped. And she ain't gonna be happy about it because it's gonna be on TV because she got a persona of being like this tough ass. But we all know, everybody knows that Chrisean will get her ass beat because we all know Tesehki's probably the one that taught her how to fight. And then they older sister, I told my sister this too. I said I want to see her on here next. Her
I
older
heard she
sister,
could fight too.
I know she can. She probably taught Tesehki how to fight. So that's
Not the levels get harder as they get older.
as they get look, the older you get, sure, I'm telling you. All right, I think that's it. Are you gonna be back next week? I'll be here.
If it's
We'll be here
good,
on time. Yeah, if it's good.
if the episode's good, I'll be here.
If it's good. Y'all know where to find us. Links in the bio. Peace.